Hey, so I've just came across a report from Indiana, and I hadn't been planning to make this video, but I think it raises an important issue. It's from CNN, and for once, I'm surprised at the angle they're taking. Usually, in reports concerning males and females, CNN and many other networks usually take the side of the female. On this occasion, CNN is showing sympathy to the young man involved. Basically, this is the background, and I'll put a link under the video. A dating app hookup landed a teen on the sex offender registry. So we're talking here about a young man, 19 years old, Zach Anderson. Um, and basically, the background of the story is that he went on to a dating website to find a girl. And he came across a girl who said her age was 17. This is in the state of Indiana, so I assume that the legal age of consent there is 16. Okay, so the reason I'm saying 16 is because that's the age in many parts of the world. Um, okay, so you have a 19-year-old who's with a 17-year-old. That's okay. They had sex. Now, whatever you think about sex before marriage or sex among young people, whatever, it's irrelevant to what he is charged with. Um, anyway, it turns out the girl was actually 14 and she had lied about her age. Um, anyway, the girl's mother initially reported this to the police, from what I gather. But even she then kind of held back and thought that the penalty was too harsh. It was 90 days in detention and 25 years. 25 years on the sex offenders register. The prosecution and the judge had this to say. This is what the judge said. Um, and I think this is utterly disgraceful. That's what the judge had to say on the matter. Um, That seems to be part of our culture now. Meet, have sex, sayonara, totally inappropriate behaviour. There's no excuse for this whatsoever. Um, Now, based on that statement, Judge Willie, seems to be saying that he's making this kind of puritanical judgment on the fact that he met the girl on the internet. It doesn't seem to be there that the issue is that the girl was underage. Now, just to be clear, it was consensual. And the girl herself has has acknowledged that what she done was wrong and lying. And she said she wishes the young man wasn't being punished the way it was. She even sent her a letter of apology to the family. But this is incredible. 25 years on the sex offenders registry because a young man had sex with a girl. A young man, really, he's a boy. Um, I mean, this is just an absolute common sense fallacy. Um, Basically, the problem with this is that with the sex offenders register, and I think it's something similar in the UK, it's one size fits all. So, in other words, this young man who'd done nothing more than have consensual sex with a girl whom he believed was older is put in the same category as dangerous child predators. Now, obviously, the sex offenders register is there for a reason. In itself, it's not a bad thing. But this idea that it's one size fits all is ridiculous. I mean, putting this young man in the same category as Ted Bundy, for example, that's just an example, it is insane. Basically, they have destroyed this young man's life. He is not going to have sex now for 25 years because he will probably be thinking every time, is he being lied to? Or is there a chance that he will go to jail? This is perverse. This is barbaric, quite frankly. And everybody involved in the case, even the girl's mother, has said it's too harsh. So Indiana, feeling is, I don't know if this is a federal law or if it's just Indiana, but clearly, whatever the case, it needs to be reformed because that is ridiculous. Um, and if you're going to punish the boy, then 14 is old enough to know that lying is wrong. So surely the girl should be facing some sort of punishment as well. I'm being serious about that. She herself has acknowledged that what she done was wrong. And this opens up a wider issue of double standards. Um, if a young man is misled, um, then, let's be clear here. We're not talking about a 30 or 40 or 50-year-old man going out of his way to find 11-year-old Filipino girls. We're talking about a 19-year-old who thought a 14-year-old was 17. I mean, where do you draw the line? If you have, for example, the cut-off age is, I don't know, 16, and a girl is a week away from her 16th birthday, and the boy has been 16 for a week to have sex, is he then a sex offender? Again, I don't know if 16 is a cut-off point, but that's in the UK, that's a cut-off point. And I believe we've had similar cases in the UK, maybe not quite as harsh in terms of the punishment, but nevertheless classed as an offence. This is just, this judge sounds like he's a puritanical asshole who's just out there to get some sort of petty revenge on what he believes to be immoral, rather than just taking common sense on board here. This young man is clearly not a dangerous sexual predator. Um, I just think it's ridiculous. And, they're going to put him in, presumably an adult jail, presumably with actual sex offenders, so he himself will then be exposed. It's just bullshit. Um, I also think that there should be a tougher deterrent for girls who lie online. Now, 14, I believe that's old enough to know the difference between right and wrong insofar as lying is concerned. Um, why is there not a greater deterrent for saying to girls, don't lie about your age online? This has nothing to do with apologizing for rape. That's a different issue. Um, but when you have consensual sex and girls lie about their age, why is there no penalties whatsoever for girls lying about that? That's ridiculous. Um, I mean, that is bullshit. And I hope any girls reading this, I hope you get the message. Don't lie about your age. Just don't do it. And guys, be ultra careful when you're online because you just cannot. Frankly, you can't trust anyone. This young man's life has been ruined, and it makes me angry because it's so ridiculous. I'll put a link below the video. Please let me know your thoughts. Cheers.